is another movie that's coming out. This one's coming out on August 11th. So we have Sony's PlayStation film, Gran Turismo. So this movie, I mean, I saw the trailer. I've heard that this was going to be made, and I saw the trailer, and it didn't do anything for me. So I was able to watch this little pre-screen or whatever you call it. Oh, it's one of those mystery movies at Regal. So they played this, and I'll start with the positives here. So right off the bat, I will say that this movie did surprise me. Like, I had no interest in watching this. The fact that I watched this was because of that mystery movie thing that they do at Regal. You buy a ticket, it's like $5. You show up, and you'll find out what movie it is while you're there sitting and watching the screen. And it was this movie. Because normally I wouldn't have bought a ticket for this. Because there's no interest for me. I mean, I'm not into racing. I knew this game existed. I never played it, didn't care to play it. So there was just nothing for me here. So I was pleasantly surprised that I actually did like this movie. So I'll start with some of the positives here. So we have, so it's a very well choreographed and fun ride of a movie. So there are multiple racing sequences in this movie. Let me get the graphic here. There are multiple racing sequences that are filled with suspense and thrill. That it really does make you feel the stakes. So when you're watching a race, when you're watching a scene like this, the filmmakers make it to be as that someone could die. It's directed by I think it's Neil Blomkamp. I believe he's the one who directed District 9, which is the only good film that he's ever made, prior to this one, at least in my opinion. But so that's one of the things here, and this is considering that this is based on a true story. So I'm not sure how accurate it is, what kind of liberties the filmmakers are taking, especially when it comes to some of these action sequences and racing stuff that's going on. So we consider that, but all of this, it does add to the suspense, because I don't know which one is actually real or not. Next, let's go into the performances. So here are the performances, particularly the lead. So the actor Archie Madekwe, I'm probably mispronouncing his last name. He leads. You see him here in the graphic, and David Harbour. So their scenes, their performances were well executed. Their dynamic and story beats, though, remind me of this movie, of Cars. Doc Hudson and Lightning McQueen. Their dynamic, their moments in this movie and some of the story beats, like I mentioned, are very similar to these two. So it just kind of reminded me. I'm not saying that this is a positive or negative thing when it comes to, they reminded me of Cars, but I just thought it was kind of funny. And it does. If you've seen Cars and then you see this movie, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, Jaimin Hanso. Now, I don't have a graphic for him, but he plays the father, the lead character's father. He also plays the wizard in Shazam. And he does great work when given any dramatic scenes. And, I mean, he's a 2-time Oscar nominated actor. He was first discovered, or at least he was first seen by most audiences in Amistad, and he's a great actor. When you give him a good dramatic role or dramatic scene, he definitely delivers, and he was great in this, and he always usually does. The actor who actually surprised me that didn't, and I don't have actually I do have a graphic for him, but I'll get to that one in a bit here. Actually, we can probably get into the negatives now here. So here are the negatives. So I covered Orlando Bloom. Okay, so I was going to talk about Orlando Bloom. So Orlando Bloom, he was fine in it. His character is important and significant for the story of Gran Turismo, but he didn't really stand out to me. I've liked Orlando Bloom in other things. He's Legolas, and he's done other stuff or whatever, but he actually didn't stand out. Like, when I was looking into this movie and reviewing, making the graphics and all that stuff, I had forgotten about Orlando Bloom. Like I said, I don't think he wasn't bad or anything. He just kind of didn't stand out to me for whatever reason. Now, going into some more of the negatives here. So this is a movie about racing and a story of the underdog. So there are many scenes here that are borderline cliches. And like I said, I don't know what some of the changes that the filmmakers made. I don't know what was legit, what was real, or what was like over dramatized or whatever. But some of the story beats here are, the cliche underdog type of scenes that you could imagine. They're in here, so that would definitely be quite a significant a negative here. So because these are things that we've kind of already seen, so I'll get that. Okay, so overall though, so let's get to again in the movie canon, movie review system: seen it, stream it, or skip it. So this one is going to be a see it. I'll give it a solid B. So it was surprisingly fun, and it was entertaining. So it's a fun and thrilling experience, and it was cool to see it on the big screen. So that's Gran Turismo. So see it, a grade solid B.